Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
All right, about 10 minutes away, we have corn tickets for you. All week long, we've had them in Clash with Kenzie. You beat Kenzie, you get them. And remember, if Kenzie wins, we don't just keep them. Everybody will still have a chance at the tickets to go see Corn 1 week from tomorrow.
Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
So while I was pounding high noons, watching the Offspring last night at the Metro, there was a baseball game across the street at Wrigley Field. A wild game at Wrigley. They pull it out 7-6 against the Nationals. And this was a turning point in the game when it was 3-1 Washington, and Seiya Suzuki gets up the bat, and this happened.
Drilled left center field, way back, and that one is gone. Seiya Suzuki crushes one.
Kind of felt that coming. Swing he had at him first time up.
Yeah, listen to the bat crack on that again.
Poppy, baby.
Yeah, exciting. So they came out. They're still now it's 7 games out of the wild card with 9 games left. But hey,
World Series, baby.
that was a nice home run though. That's the second out of 4 games with the Nationals, and it'll be an afternoon game this afternoon. So the White Sox didn't play yesterday. They lost their 117th game Wednesday. So they're 36 and 117. Mm-hmm. They need to go 7-2 for its final 9 games to avoid the post-1900 record of 120 losses by the 62 Mets. The 2003 Tigers own the American League mark of 119 losses, so they could at least get that.
Oh, there you go.
That's fun.
Yeah, that's fun. But it doesn't get easier for the White Sox. So they got a 3-game series against the Padres starting today. The Padres hold the first National League wildcard spot and have closed within 3.5 games of the Dodgers in the NL West. So speaking of the Dodgers, a player that the White Sox, well, I guess the verbiage is we're not going to be involved in that kind of race.
Publicly stated around this time last year, as 29 of the 30 Major League Baseball teams were vying for the employment of Shohei Ohtani, the White Sox told their fans, you know what, guys? We're good.
And what Shohei Ohtani did last night was get 3 home runs to take him over 50, and he's now the first member of the 50-50 club with home runs and stolen bases, and it sounded like this.
Ohtani sends one in the air, the other way, back it goes, gone! One-of-a-kind player, one-of-a-kind season. Shohei Ohtani starts the 50-50 club.
I put some majestic music under it just to add a little
No, I was just going to ask, did they play that?
No, I put that under.
Oh, I'm like, that sounds like a movie. Does that sound like the end of like Angels in the Outfield or something? Oh my God, I'm going to cry.
I just want to add, because when you say, there's the 40-40 clubs, he started now the 50-50 club. He's the first one. And mind you, I know I'm.
Wait, so can you explain the name of that to me? So it's 50 home runs,
Mm-hmm.
but
50 stolen bases.
Oh, I see. Got it.
By the way.
So is there going to be like 50, 51, 51 club, 52, 52
Well,
club,
he does.
53, 52? How do you do it?
He has 51 home runs now, actually. He had 3 home runs last night. I think he had 6 hits.
So
Yeah,
when's
he went
the next
6 for
club?
6.
6 for 6, 3 home runs. And by the way, he's hurt. He can't pitch right now.
Yeah, he's only doing half of his thing.
He's not even 100, but he's 50%. He's 50% of what he can do.
And we should look into that. I think he's made out of like steel, and I don't like it. I'm not a fan.
No, I understand.
Cheating.
and listen, I feel for our White Sox people like Case here, and I know you're saying like, well, he wouldn't have come here anyway if they offered him $700 million like the Dodgers did. We don't know that, but they should have offered him $1 billion, and then see what happens.
It's just effort. I just want you to try.
Yeah.
That's my whole thing in life is, hey, man, you might make mistakes. The outcome might not be great. Just try. White Sox didn't even try. It's embarrassing.
Well, he is very expensive.
He is, and he's worth every penny.
Listen, he is very expensive.
He is.
I understand why you'd be a little upset with the White Sox and their management. I don't think you should be mad at them for not purchasing Shohei Ohtani. He is very expensive. I cannot stress this enough.
But remember, Kenzie, he deferred almost his entire salary to the end of it.
That should be illegal.
It should be.
I am not a fan of that whole thing. That really pisses me off.
Thank you.
Whole thing.
That whole situation is like such a loophole.
Yeah.
Whatever. That pisses me off at a completely different level.
If people aren't in the know, he got like a $700-800 million contract from the Dodgers. he makes $50 million already just because of who he is. Outside of baseball
like
money.
endorsements and things you're
Endorsements,
saying.
appearance,
Yes.
whatever. That's why his guy was gambling so much money. And that's why that guy is doing fine in prison right now or is on his way to jail because Shohei's, I'm sure, covering everything.
Of course. Well, Kenzie, it's funny you bring up the cost of Shohei and the fact that, he is very expensive. We'll talk about it on Monday in sports. We'll obviously cover the Bears game. There was a report that came out yesterday in The Athletic about just how cheap the White Sox are and just how terrible internally their organization is. Some jaw-dropping stuff that certainly alludes to the fact that they had the money for Ohtani, they just chose not to spend it.
Oh.
I don't know. You don't just have over $700 million casually.
The White Sox literally do.
I don't know. Because then, why wouldn't you
Do
get
it?
nice players?
Why wouldn't you do it?
I just...
Because,
Hey, Kenzie, I've been wondering the same thing.
listen,
They're going to blow their wad one day and just have the nicest team ever.
well, they could have blew their wad with Shohei Ohtani
But
if they would have talked him into it.
That's only one person.
Can you imagine how full guaranteed rate would be if Shohei Ohtani was playing on those nights he was playing?
And this is a real question. Do you think it would have filled the stadium every night he played,
Yes.
honestly?
Yep.
Really?
I do.
I don't know.
I do. Maybe I'm
It does
naive.
fill it when he visit. Okay, Dodgers have a huge fan base. It's already full. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like the Cubs, to be honest.
They did fill it this year. Didn't he come?
Yeah, exactly. The only White Sox sellout was when
Right.
the Dodgers came
Yes.
to
No, I
town.
get that, but it's because he was here once. And also, there's a lot of Dodgers fans even here.
But imagine him in a White Sox jersey right now.
I can't.
Gonna
It's
cry?
an
It doesn't
abstract concept.
It's like oil and water. I don't think so.
Yeah. Well, listen. When Jerry Reinsdorf is worth $8 billion between the Bulls and the White Sox ownership and the TV network and all that. They could, and again, I said deferred because if you don't remember that story, Shohei Ohtani isn't getting paid that $700 million. He's not even making. He's making almost nothing as his
Yes.
salary until the end, which is 10 years from now. Which who cares, right? Who cares?
Right, like they're paying this, and then he doesn't have to pay the taxes on it because he's not going to live in California by the time he gets paid this money, I'm sure.
He'll be back in Japan by then.
Exactly, and then not have to pay that kind of tax on it, so it's even more money.
Yep.
I just think it was very sneaky. If you're paying them, you're paying them. You don't get to go. You don't get to slide an IOU. It's not Dumber and Dumber.
Well,
Dumb and Dumber.
The Cubs, made an effort. I don't know how far they went, but they made an effort. And I know if they thought, wait, we could have done it that way.
I think they got to 500
Yeah.
something. They did, which is I appreciate the effort they put in.
Yep.
It's the largest offer I think they've ever made to a player. There was activity there.
Jeff in Chicago Heights checked in and said, I would have paid $1,000 for a ticket if Shohei Ohtani was playing on the White Sox. Now, I don't know how much money.
Every time?
I don't know how much money.
Every game.
I don't count other people's money. I don't know
How
what.
many home games is it? 81 normally, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, you would have paid $1,000. You would have paid $81,000.
I'm not saying me. This is Jeff from Chicago
Well, I'm
Heights.
asking Jeff.
I
Get
think
him on the phone.
I think he's a bookie. So I don't know. If he's from Chicago Heights, that tracks. All right. So Bears Colts this weekend. Speaking of money, the average purchase price of a ticket to go see the Bears at the Colts Sunday is $356, which is 58% more expensive than the upcoming matchup against the Lions in November. But also, that's pretty much the most expensive Colts home game ticket on record. Which kind of blows my mind because the Colts aren't great and the Bears, where we're at. I mean, I believe in them, but, it's not a playoff game. Lucas Oil Field, expensive ticket. And the Bears at the Colts. Predictions? Well, right now it's the Colts minus 1.5, so it's essentially a pick 'em game. It's not, 3 points gives you a side, but 1.5 is, over-under is 43.5. And I am taking your Chicago Bears in this game. I'm 2-0 on the season for what I picked. I picked they would win week 1 and lose week 2. I picked a win for week 3 at the Colts. So take that for what you will. Go Bears!
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
You can't defeat her. She's too powerful.
Clash with Kenzie.
Let the battle begin.
Q 101.
All right, here we go. So, corn tickets on the line. Remember, if Kenzie wins, everybody listening has a chance at the tickets. You must beat Kenzie to win the tickets. Megan, checking in from the south side. Ahoy, tell us something about yourself.
Ahoy. I work at Rush University. I don't know if that's a super fun fact, but I just got into my parking garage here at Rush.
Good spot.
Are you in a rush?
No, not at the moment. It's Friday.
Oh, good.
People aren't sick on Fridays.
No, obviously. They all relax. Going into the weekend.
Oh, sorry. I think you said if I'm in a rush. I actually don't work with patients. I work with residents. I work in an office.
Do the residents all say, hey, I'm going to be a doctor someday. You want to go out and get some food after work here?
I don't think
no,
you get
I
what
give
she's
them
saying.
the food.
You do what now?
I have to buy them their food.
Oh, I thought you meant residents, like people that are going to be doctors, like the residents.
Like
That's how
doing
I
the
thought.
residency.
Residency.
Okay.
Oh, you're delivering
No.
food to the people that are in there that need food.
They're residents.
Yeah.
The resident physicians, yeah. So I'm a program coordinator here, so I help for them to gain all their requirements in order to obtain their boards in their specialty.
Got it. All right. Well, here we go. First one to 5. First one to 5 wins. Listen carefully. If Kenzie gets one wrong, you can steal a point. She can do the same to you. Call heads or tails, Megan?
Tails.
It is tails.
Woo!
All right, here we go. Question number 1. In the movie The Wizard of Oz, what did the Scarecrow want from the wizard?
Brain.
Brain is right. Megan's got one. Kenzie, what channel has aired the first run episodes of The Simpsons since their debut in 1989?
Fox.
Fox has carried it the whole time. Almost 40 years we're approaching, or 35?
Yeah,
Okay.
almost 40.
Almost 40.
That's how numbers work.
Jeez. I mean, remember it started, well, you probably wouldn't, I don't know, because Case, it was 10 years before you were born. It started on the Tracy Ullman Show, which was on Fox, as like a side hustle kind of cartoon.
Oh, I did not know that.
It was really kind of janky drawings, and then it became The Simpsons and Tracy Ullman. I don't know where she is today.
God rest her soul, maybe.
She's not dead.
I don't know why I thought she was
No, do we have
dead.
to pour it out for her later?
No, we don't.
Okay.
I got to admit, I'm not 100% that she's not dead, but I think she's alive.
We'll find out. Ask Megan a question.
Megan, what Seinfeld co-creator also provided the voice of George Steinbrenner, the Yankees owner, on the show?
I can't even guess. I don't know.
Okay. Kenzie?
Larry David.
Larry David is a co-creator. Of course, the Larry David Show. Let's see here.
2-1, back to Kenzie. Also, Tracy Ullman is alive and well. Good to report there.
Yeah.
Woo, not pouring one out.
Not pouring one out.
That was close.
I know.
She's like TGIF. She's having a great day.
Liv Moss. 2-1, back to Kenzie.
Kenzie, which legendary country artist covered their song Hurt by 9 Inch Nails in 2003?
Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash did that. And we'll give you a music question for Megan now. Heartbreak Hotel was what singer's first hit in 1956? Heartbreak Hotel.
Shoot, I know this too.
Don't overthink it. 3, 2,
John
1.
Bon Jovi. No.
It was John Bon Jovi. That's right.
No, it's not.
Oh, you psyched her out.
That was so mean, Brian.
You've had a little stingy personality this week.
Listen, I drank a lot last night, and I haven't slept much.
And so you're going to be a bully now?
No.
What are you, a senior in high school?
I know. And everyone's going to have to deal with it.
That's right. Kenzie for the win?
Nope.
Elvis?
This is just for 4 points.
Really? I thought she already had 4.
Nope, she's got 3. Kenzie, what was the answer?
It's Elvis.
It's Elvis. Kenzie now has 4 points. All right. So now with this one, Kenzie can win.
Is it my question? Oh, yeah.
Your
Yes,
question.
it is.
Here we go. Kenzie. Facebook co-founder Sean Parker was also the co-founder of what company?
Napster.
Napster is right. If you saw the movie The Social Network, Justin Timberlake played Sean Parker in the movie. Did a great job. It's a great movie. So check it out. Megan, I'm so sorry, but thanks for playing.
No, that was embarrassing on my part.
No.
Was it?
Nothing's
Have fun
embarrassing.
at Riot Fest. I love you guys. Have fun at Riot Fest this weekend.
Oh, you're so nice. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
All right. Bye.
Brian's the worst this week. Bye, Brian says.
Bye. I don't know why I'm feeling so much like giving everybody the tickets when they lose this week. I've gotten very cold to that and good at it.
You're like a Sour Patch Kid. You've been an ass, and now you want to give everyone the tickets afterwards?
Maybe, but we can't do it because I did promise everybody listening has a chance, and Kenzie won pretty handily there. So right after Cage the Elephant in 3 minutes, everybody listening will have a chance at the tickets for Korn 1 week from tomorrow. So stay right here, 3 minutes away.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. God bless the baby. 312-591-8300. Call right now for your chance at Korn tickets. Caller 10 gets them. So Kenzie won in trivia. They are available to you right now. Korn at the Credit Union 1 Amphitheater down in Tinley Park. From our great friends at Live Nation. That's going to be a hell of a show. That is 1 week from tomorrow. This weekend, of course, Riot Fest, but something to look forward to next weekend. So 312-591-8300. Call now to get those tickets. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. So the next half hour is going to bring you this. Coming up just before 8 o'clock, Case will come in with his review. Now, it's the first time the first Halloween movie's taking place because we said earlier, like months ago, we were going to do October. He was going to do one every weekend. And Kenzie and I were just going through all the movies, and we're like, it needs a little more to lead into it. When there's a couple movies we'd miss out on, of course, there's going to be a lot of movies we miss out on.
It was, and it's painful. So if a movie that you love is not represented within this next 6 weeks, understand we also feel that way.
Yes, because there's one a week.
We're trying to kind of just give him a Mount Rushmore. Like, that does not mean there's not so many more incredible movies. And don't forget, there's going to be a Halloween season next year. There's more Halloweens for him to watch movies, you see.
It's amazing that there's more Halloweens coming.
Yes.
Well, the thing is, Case is not only not a movie fan, if you're new to the show, he hasn't seen, like, before we started this 6 months ago, he hadn't seen, like, Shawshank and Braveheart and Pulp Fiction and Fight Club last week. He's now seen these movies. He's a better person for it because he's not a movie guy. The only movie he'd seen is, like, Boys in the Hood. So now he's seen all these movies. Now we're getting the horror movies. He despises horror movies. He's scared of horror movies. So we started today with The Shining, one of the most horrifying movies of all time.
It's so good.
So he will review that coming up just before 8 o'clock. As we get started the Halloween season just a little bit early to go all the way through Halloween, there'll be 6 movies. So every Friday all the way leading up to Halloween, it'll be Halloween movies. Then we'll go back to just other movies. So today it's The Shining coming up just before 8. Also coming up to make things lighter before we get to a horror movie, we have new yacht rock songs of our songs, the Q101 songs. We found this guy that does incredible versions of Q101 type songs, rock songs, and makes them into yacht rock, which is stuff like a 70s smooth, soft rock sounds. And we'll play some of those for you next on a Good Friday.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Before we give you some brand new yacht rock of our Q101 songs, make sure you're texting the national keyword FEST to a different text number than usual. It's 95819. So FEST, F-E-S-T, to 95819. What that does, it gets you a chance to get to the When We Were Young festival coming up in Vegas. You get a full trip. Fall Out Boy, who's headlining Riot Fest tonight, will be there, as well as My Chemical Romance, who headlined Riot Fest on a Friday night 2 years ago. Also, Jimmy Eat World, Pierce the Veil, A Day to Remember, so many bands. You get flights, trip, hotel at the Resorts World, everything. So text FEST to a different text number than usual, our other one, 95819. So go ahead and do that right now. Get in and get that prize, get that thing. So here we go. We did this a few weeks ago, and we discovered a guy named Nick Harrison. He does yacht rock versions of songs, like rock songs and stuff like that. Stuff you'd hear on Q101. And by the way, if you don't know what yacht rock is, it's like 70s soft rock, kind of like Steely Dan.
It's awesome.
It's I don't know if it's awesome, but it's I mean for me it's just like there's a mood. If it's a mood for it, it's pretty cool.
It's such a vibe. It's very vibey.
But when I say Steely Dan, I can't think of more the scene from Knocked Up when Paul Rudd is at the table as a record exec and talking about how Steely Dan, couldn't make it in today's world, being the yacht rock band that they are.
I'm just saying the music industry is different now. Steely Dan would never even have a chance.
Well, maybe it's because Steely Dan gargles my balls.
Oh, God,
Okay.
what a good movie. What a good movie. All right, so I have 3 things he's done. And by the way, he heard us play these on the air, this Nick Harrison, and
he's so talented.
He really appreciated us playing them. He gave us a nice little message, a DM there on Q101.
Oh.
So here's the first one, and we'll see if Case or Kenzie, you can get it first on guessing the artist of what the song is, and it's a version of a song we play.
Want you to know that I'm happy for you. I wish nothing but the best for you both.
Since it started with vocals, you got it yet?
As
perverted like me.
Is it You Wanna Know?
Yes. Good job. It's Alanis.
The Alanis Morissette song?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear that at all.
Well, I guess
Really?
if I started right from the beginning
Well, you
again.
have to remember, I was trying to like associate the lyrics.
Yeah, because this song starts right with lyrics. I should have maybe gave you a little warning, but here you go.
I want you to know that I'm happy for you. I wish nothing but the best for you. Oh. And know the version of me.
Hey.
Is she perverted like me?
Okay.
Would she go eyes on you in a theater? Does she speak eloquently?
Had to edit that one too. Jeez.
I'm sure she'd make a really excellent. She'd make a really excellent.
All right, there you go. That's the Alanis Yacht Rock version. Let's do another one here from Nick Harrison. See if we can get this one.
Can't you see I'm easily bothered by sister? One step from lashing out at you. You walk in to get under my skin and call yourself a friend. I got more friends like you.
Is that
what
Walk?
do I do?
What do you think it is?
Is it Pantera?
It is Pantera.
What it takes.
Wait,
my-
no, it's not.
It's Pantera.
One step from lashing out at you, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, Kenzie.
I'm
Wow.
yeah.
A lesson learned in life.
It's Shedding Skin from Pantera.
Respect.
I'm sorry, it's Walk from Pantera.
I had it right.
You say respect. Walk. Are
The
you
hell did I
talking
hear
to
the
me?
lyrics? The last one I couldn't hear the lyric, or like the last time we did this.
It's easy to achieve. You try to
All right, there you go. Pantera. And
He's immensely talented, but that version of Pantera disturbed me.
Hey,
let's try to get, were they hooked there?
it's classic.
walk. What did you say? Respect. Walk.
Because if you don't know the original, it's respect, walk. Something like that.
Walk.
All right, one more. Let's do one more here.
Okay.
Let's check this one out if you can get it.
Cut my life into pieces.
Oh, I got this one.
This is my last resort.
Yeah, you got it. What is it, Case?
This is Last Resort Papa Roach.
There
This is
you go.
fun.
Vacation, no breathing.
Hey.
Oh.
Give a heck if I cut my arm bleeding. This is my last resort.
Oh, this is a good one.
Cut my life into pieces. I've reached my last resort.
Tell him.
Suffocation, no breathing. Don't give a heck if I cut my arm bleeding. Do you even care if I die bleeding? Would it be wrong? Would it be right if I took my life tonight? Chances are that I might. Elevation out of sight.
What a lounge it was from Papa Roach earlier this year, by the way. It's on our YouTube channel. Make sure you go check it out.
Losing my
There you go. All these are from Nick Harrison. You can give him a follow, and we love playing these every few weeks for you. Does a great job. Nick Harrison, Yacht Rock there with Brian and Kenzie on Q101. So coming up here after Hosier, Case the producer gives his review of The Shining. Coming up. It's hard to say The Shining with this music.
That's like, it's bringing me alive, baby. The Shining.
The first horror movie of the Halloween season coming up next. Case has never seen it, and his review coming up in 3 minutes.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.